Good afternoon, Jags. I'm Cassie Sealing.
And I'm Ellie Sealing, and we're your anchors again.
We make a pretty good team.
Yeah, we're a dynamic duo.
Duo? Isn't duos a speech category?
Yeah, and guess what? We have a story on the speech team. Let's have Ian Gibbs tell us more.
This week, we're talking about the Jefferson speech team and their upcoming tournament.
Our account, go to the NSDA campus room, and then we'll do a check-in there.
We asked team captains Bhavya Sivaram, Emily Schultz, and Emma Kennedy about their experiences in the speech team. We asked them how long they've been a part of the speech team.
This is my second year in speech, and I've loved every minute of it, even if we're in quarantine.
This is my 4th year of speech, so I've been in speech for all of my high school years, and it's also my 2nd year of being speech captain.
What practices like during quarantine?
Practices have been a little bit different. We're currently on Zoom meetings with our coaches, so we still get the same feedback and the ability to connect with our coaches, but we aren't actually in person.
So practice during quarantine, whether it be team practice, individual, or even tournaments, a lot different, obviously, because everything's virtual. So team meetings are over Google Meet as well as individual practices. During team meetings, we usually go over any tournament information or any information that you need to know, and then we break out into breakout rooms and we actually do practice and go through our speeches. So it's really cool that we're still able to do this activity while it's virtual. So I think that's super cool.
And who do they think would like speech team?
I think that there's enough categories that everyone has something that they're interested in, and I think there's something that everyone could like. I personally am in drama and original oratory, which are 2 really fun categories, and if anyone ever is interested in speech, they should contact Sealing.
Man, speech team sure is interesting. Hopefully we'll be able to see it in person again soon. This is Ian Gibbs, signing off.
Our speech team is really talented.
You know who else is talented?
Our student shout-out. Who is our student shout-out this week?
Payton Johnson. Let's learn more about her from Alexis Schreiber.
This week's spot shout-out goes to Payton Johnson. Payton is a member of our National Honor Society Club, our theater club, and DECA. She was nominated for being such a kind and smart friend. We interviewed some of her teachers and friends to know a little bit more about her. Let's see what they have to say.
Payton, in her free time, she likes to exercise, she likes to read, she likes to go to the beach. Another thing about her is that she's very, she has this wit to her. She's very funny. And another thing is that she's very kind and very open-hearted. I've never heard her say anything mean to anybody, and I think if you were to go up to her, she's very welcoming. She's also smart, so when you meet her, you kind of get this sense of oh man, she's really smart. I could be smart like that.
Payton Johnson's literally the sweetest person you'll ever meet. She's always super outgoing and says what's on her mind. We did show choir together the past 2 years. She was the dance captain last year, I think. Yeah. And then I know she does theater too and dances outside of school. My favorite memory with her would have to be when we went to Nashville, Tennessee last year for show choir, and we were all laughing super hard. We were going to the pool. It was just super fun. So yeah.
That girl has got some grit, because I'm telling you right now, when it came to some challenges that she faced, she always seemed to find a way to overcome those challenges and truly put the effort and strength into making things right. So, PJ, way to make the world a better place. I hope everything gives you what you want in life.
Thank you, Payton, for being such an amazing role model. If you want to go give somebody else a shout out, go visit our Spots page on the Jefferson website. This has been Alexis Schreiber reporting for Jack Spots.
I can't wait to go back to school and see all of our student shout-outs in person.
Well, thanks to the vaccine. Hopefully we'll be able to soon.
Let's get more information on the vaccine from Emma Russell.
Amongst the chaos of the coronavirus pandemic, a vaccine has been in the works since the beginning. Here's a little bit more information on the vaccine.
I got my COVID shot at the Department of Transportation on January 27th. The shot was about the equivalent of a flu shot.
It's like getting your annual flu shot. You sit in the chair, the nurse gets your arm ready, and she puts in the needle.
Currently, the people that can get the COVID-19 vaccination are frontline workers. Those people would be anyone that works in a hospital, such as myself. And also they are opening it up to education providers. And then if you are over the age of 65, you also qualify.
I got the vaccine because I work with the elderly, and it's important for me to protect myself because I'm around several different people each week, and it's important to keep them safe.
My intel resources have told me that the vaccination may be ready for general public as soon as the summer. Hopefully the spring, but we're already in February, so that might not happen. After getting the vaccination, there's only a 10% chance that you would be able to contract COVID in the future.
Thank you to all the frontline workers who have been doing their best to keep us safe and have taken the vaccine. We appreciate all the work you've been doing.
The vaccine is helping overcome so many challenges.
One of those challenges is everything having to be virtual.
Some activities are so different when they're virtual.
Yeah, like speech tournaments.
To hear more about what it's like for the speech team to compete virtually, stay tuned for the credits.
This has been Ellie Sealing
and Cassie Sealing reporting for Jaguar Spots.
Enjoy the long weekend, Ann.
See you next time, Jags.
It's been interesting competing virtually. There are still nerves and adrenaline, but it's really cool. It's been interesting competing virtually. There are still nerves and adrenaline, but it's really cool to perform and see others perform by using the computer as a part of their piece. And ultimately, it's so nice knowing that you have your family nearby, or after a long tournament, you can just relax and take it easy.
This year I feel like even though speech has been virtual, I think it's still been a very good experience, and I think it's kind of cool to see how supportive and connected the community still stays even when situations are like it is. And I think that so far this season has been a really good experience, and I look forward to when it's in person again.
I definitely think virtual tournaments are really weird because you're kind of just sitting alone and performing your speech looking at, computer people instead of, in person. But we all seem to make it work even if, there's technical issues or whatever.
So during one tournament, it was like my turn to perform, and my dog was quiet for the entire day, but during my speech, that one moment, she barks super loud, scares me, but it's okay, because, I made it to a final.
A funny story I have from competing virtually this year for speech is I actually had to work on the day of a tournament really early in the morning. So I had to do my first round at work, and I had no idea where to do it. So I literally sprinted to the bathroom when they called my name and gave my speech with a toilet behind me. But I actually ended up breaking that day. So yeah, sorry, Ceiling.